7.35 ounces.
Oh wait, that is a bad.
Amazon deals sliding right out of the box. Okie Woodsman here. I finally am upgrading the bar on my 562 XP, and I will every so often run it on the Echo as well. Let's take a look at what I got. This is the craziest thing. As many of you know, Amazon is a great place to buy equipment from. I ordered this VersaCut Oregon bar, 20 inch, and some 20 inch 050 72 link EXL chain. I've done this because I'm tired of running the Holzforma bars. You might be wondering why I run them so often, and it's because when I first got into running chainsaws, I did everything through Farmertech because I was a new property owner cutting trees to build the house that we've since built. I bought a 372 clone, and I wanted an abundance of bars and chains. I wanted consumables, right? So I purchased at the time two 24-inch bars and two 20-inch bars. That's what I was going to use. Then I made a video after some time of usage and noticed that the 24-inch bars were wearing out, okay? They were chipping out real bad around the front end here. I reached out to Farmertech. They actually sent me out two more bars free of charge, and it wasn't because I had a video of it. They did their typical thing where they ask for pictures, video, and it's a long drawn out process. If you've ever tried to warranty anything through Holzforma or Farmertech, you know that there's a time difference, there's a language barrier, and when you reach out to them, they're oftentimes willing to help, but you'll find that they do not read, or maybe they don't understand what you had already written to them. So you can write out an explanation of everything you've done in troubleshooting, and it's like starting from square one. They ask for pictures, they ask for video, and sending high resolution video via email is not easy. And so I ended up with two more 24-inch bars that I thought maybe would be better because maybe there was something wrong with the first set. Now, in all fairness, Holzforma is selling a different style bar. I do have one of those newer style ones on my steel clone. I am going to do a review eventually once I get more time on that to see the wear on it. It's the silver kind with the black replaceable tip. I don't know if anyone would ever replace a tip on one of those or if it's even possible. So now that I have run those bars, guys, this is just subjective. Many of you don't care. I didn't care at first, but the bars, I'm tired of seeing Holzforma for the working man. I think it's so hokey. All of these bargain brands from overseas, if they could come up with legitimate sounding names, things that aren't spelled weird, and if they didn't have like little logos, little slogans like for the working man, I think it would go a long ways with the market around the world, especially here in the US. Needless to say, I knew that there was better equipment out there. I have some stock Husqvarna bars, and I have the Oregon bar. Well, it's actually not on there right now, but my Echo came with a 27 or a 28-inch Oregon bar branded Echo. I've noticed that the wear is much better on them. Now, I've heard that the steel bars are even better yet. Again, let's go ahead and talk about this VersaCut. I bought this because of the value and because it is a lighter option. I don't know if you can consider this a light bar, but it is a lighter option because they have, I guess they have steel with an aluminum core in here. So the core of the bar is aluminum. So I will be weighing this, comparing it to the Holzforma 20-inch setup. It won't be completely fair because the Holzforma chain has been filed on, so it's lost, I don't know how many grams, but it's lost some weight over brand new, right? We're gonna go ahead and take a look at this. I do want to address something here. Amazon's a great place to purchase. They really are. They can get stuff to you quickly and at a great price. This bar was very affordable. I will link in my description for you to check current prices. And I am an Amazon affiliate, so make sure you go ahead and take a look at that. Now, this is a classic example of poor Amazon packaging, okay? It is astonishing that this made it here to me. I did not have to cut the box open, everybody, because, well, I wasn't home, but my kids were home when we took delivery of this, and they saw the Amazon driver coming up delivering this thing, and as they were walking up, the bar was falling out of the box.
Out of the package. Oh wait, that is a bad thing. Whoa.
Look at this. I really suspect that actually this tape was over this one, so they initially tried to tape it. But Amazon, I know that you're doing bargain basement packaging and pricing, but there has got to be a better solution for something like this. There's absolutely no packaging in here at all. So essentially how it was described to me is my children see the Amazon driver delivering this thing, and as they are bringing it up to the front door, it's literally sliding out of here, and my kids actually panicked because they didn't want it to be ruined. They knew I wanted to make a video on it. But anyway, isn't that funny? Amazon deals sliding right out of the box, and like I said, I have not cut this box open. Let's go ahead and take a look in here and see what kind of packaging, if any, there is in here. I don't think there's anything. You can see there's no paper fill, there's nothing. So bar, if it's damaged, I don't think it's damaged. I'm gonna be taking it apart here pretty soon, make sure it's not bent or anything. But man, this could have easily been lost in delivery, right? There's no markings on there showing. If this would have slid out in some truck somewhere, this would have been an empty box and a bar, and they wouldn't have known where it would have gone to, right? All right, enough about the Amazon packaging. Listen, if it works fine, I don't care, because the reality is I'm looking for a bar that functions. I'm not looking for a beautiful packaging. This is not an Apple unboxing, right? So let's go ahead and unscrew this. I have purchased Oregon bars before off of Amazon for my smaller Echo saws. I want to look down this thing. And when I was looking in the house, it didn't look like it was flat, to be honest with you. It almost looks like it had been bent. It kind of does look bent. It looks kind of wavy. I mean, I'm not going to be able to tell on here. Let's see if it's... I actually do feel like the bar's not straight, because I've got a little bit of a bounce here. When I flip it over, I no longer have the bounce. I think this actually does have a slight crook in it. I don't know if that's from shipping or what. Tell me, is that something I should be concerned about? Is this on a 20-inch bar? Is this thing gonna cut crooked because of it? You see that? It looks like it's curved off to the left there. And then this way, it looks like, to me, it looks like it's curved off to the right. So it does look like I've got a bow in it. Is that within acceptable tolerances, or should these things be perfectly flat? I don't know. So it rocks. It feels like it's low in the middle. Let's flip it. No rocking. I think that this bar is actually crooked. You can see it. So what do you think? Is that acceptable or not? Do I need to try to reach out to Amazon, or is that because it was packaged poorly and it maybe hit real hard somewhere? Let me make sure there's no like divots on it. Or is it just manufacturing, right? What do you think? So that's kind of disheartening. Chains, if you're aware, if you've ever ordered anything from Amazon, I've ordered them. These boxes are not meant to be shipped in. What they do is they throw them in an envelope, and I don't think it's an issue, but the box is always splayed open, chain separated from it. They normally put them in bubble, like a bubble enclosure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bar and chain, the 20-inch bar and chain. I'm gonna wipe it up, clean out the rails, get it relatively clean. I will weigh them in grams. I'm getting the saws ready for tomorrow. I'm going and cutting with a friend of mine. I'm gonna get a bunch of firewood out of it. And I do wanna also show the wear. If you're not familiar with these bars' wear patterns on them. This bar, I don't think you can say it has a full chains usage on it. I really don't. And it's been getting oil really well. And I'm not just trying to speak poorly of these. I don't have anything against them. In fact, I wish there'd be a product that I could really recommend to you. I think it might be worthwhile buying a Holzforma bar and chain that you have around should you need a longer bar. But other than that, basically what I'm saying is I wouldn't expect to use it a lot and have it last for a long time. That buy once, cry once mentality, I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's compare these bars. Now, these are both 20-inch bars. Now, this is a different gauge. I originally purchased 058, okay? So, obviously, this is gonna have a disadvantage. I'm gonna see how much I've saved in weight. And honestly, as I feel them here, I feel like this one's lighter, but I don't feel like it's drastically lighter. I mean, I think there is a difference. These are both Husky large mount bars. I would say that the Holzforma one is like 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, maybe 3/32 taller, maybe. Not anything to speak of. Holes line up nicely. This Oregon bar has a bigger oiler hole than I think the one that came on the Echo bar on my 620. This one I think has a little bit of a caulk in it too, everybody. I don't know if it's gonna matter that much. We'll see. I'm gonna be waiting to hear your guys' comments on that. Let's go ahead and get down to weighing. I'm gonna weigh each individual component and together. Let's go ahead and throw the Oregon bar on here. 947 grams. This is a 20-inch bar, 947. Let's go ahead and one more time. Kind of curious. 948 grams. So it must have been, it's somewhere real close between 947 and 948 grams. Let's go ahead and grab the Holzforma bar. Let's see here. Well, I don't know how much heavier this is going to be. Okay. 1,154 grams. I do not have a clue the difference in that, what that is in weight. Okay. 1,154. Let's try the VersaCut here by itself. That is 947 grams. Let's go ahead and set these aside. This is the chain right here. That way you can tell. This is the brand new Oregon chain. Not been touched by anything. We're at 336 grams, 050 chain. Take that off one more time. And I have bad memory, so I'm not gonna remember these numbers. Thankfully, I have it on recording, so I'll be able to tell. 336. Let's go ahead and weigh this and this. So we are at 1,285 grams overall for those two items. Let's go ahead and weigh just the Holzforma chain. Now, this has also been run and filed, so it's not brand new. Got a little bit of dirt on it. So at 340 grams. Let me check real quick against this Oregon one more time. Okay, so 4 grams lighter. Now, this is an 050 chain. This is an 058 chain here. So I have so far some sort of weight savings on this right here. 340 grams. Now let's go ahead and weigh. We're going to weigh the Holzforma bar and the Holzforma chain. Okay, so Holzforma bar, Holzforma chain is 1,496 grams. Let's just go ahead and change the unit over here to ounces. That's 52.75 ounces. And that is 3 pounds, 4.8 ounces. So essentially 3 pounds, 5 ounces almost there. Let's go back to grams. Okay, we're back at grams, 1,496. This will be interesting. Let's see the difference here. I'm gonna go ahead and zero this out, and we'll be able to see the difference between the Oregon chain and bar. So we're gonna zero that. There we are. So we should see, 1,495. Let's take the difference up here. All right. And brand new bar and chain. There we go. So we have officially a 209 gram difference. 209 gram difference between the two. Let's convert that here to ounces. That is 7.35 ounces, or, well, cool deal. We're about a ½ pound lighter. So 209 grams. I have hopefully a superior product in terms of a better bar, a lighter bar. It's gonna lighten up the front end of my 562. That's exciting for sure. Let's go ahead and throw this on the 562. Also, tell me what you think here. There is a lot of, and I used to be in this camp as well, but I'm also not very, I'm not an expert, everybody. I just am an enthusiast. There's a lot of controversy online in the comment sections about whether or not a bar needs an oil lubrication port for the tip. If you're not sure what I'm talking about is that hole right there. You can squirt grease into it and lube the tips. I've read a lot of different things. I can say that I'm pretty sure that all the best, like steel bars and everything, they're considered long lasting. They don't put those grease holes in them any longer. My understanding is the bar oil itself is enough to lubricate the tip. You have a lot of different views on that. You can read that some people say that once you grease it, you've always got to grease it, or you grease it, it holds the fine grit in there and wears the tip out more. Let me know what your opinion is on that if you have an opinion. This doesn't have all lube, a grease hole, so I'm gonna run it obviously without putting grease in there. We'll see what happens. And I did mention something about the wear on this. Let's take a look. I mentioned something about the wear. You can see that chipping out. Let's take a look here at the back end of the bar. It's pretty rough. So I would expect a dip, not it chipping out. And then this is just paint right here, I think. No, that's actually chipping out there as well. I think it's actually, I don't know. It's whatever it is, I don't think it's very good. Oh, you've got more here. So that's to be expected. This one has just more of a divot on the front, but again, it's more like it starts chipping than it does just wearing, right? So that's the wear on, I would say, less than one chain full, right? I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, this was a brand new bar and I started running this chain. I mean, I'm probably about halfway through the grinding on this. So in my opinion, this hasn't held up super well. I don't know what to expect though, because I've heard some guys say that they use bars for a lot of chains. Again, weigh in on that if you can. The guy I'm going to be cutting with tomorrow he runs his chains quite a bit looser than I do. I run my chains looser than a lot of people online and a lot of people in the comment section, but I also do not run it as loose as he does. Listen, he has far more experience in the woods, generational logger. And I know that people like Buck and Billy Ray oftentimes don't have their chain super tight. So anyway, this is good. In my opinion, I'm able to easily bring that up and it slides good. You know what? This is interesting. This bar and chain are easily, I feel like there's less friction here. I think there's truly less friction. I think this is a great budget light bar. Let's see how this feels. Ooh, that's nice. Hang that. Saw is nicely balanced, I feel like. I like that. That takes weight off where it matters. That's nice. Make sure these are good. Remember, don't over tighten your bar studs. All right, let's go ahead and give this a little, this hasn't ran in a week, about. Choke it. That's always to be expected about. So I had that tight like that, and I've got, there's oil in here. Yep, there's oil in the rails. I'm gonna go ahead and just give this a quick little snug. All right, let's go ahead and give it a shot. All right, let's see how she's going around. Nice and smooth, really. Very nice and smooth. That's good. To be honest with you, that's kind of new to me. Those whole swimmer bars, I don't think, I think they have more friction. Nice. All right. So, is this the best budget light bar there is? I don't know. I'll find out with some time. I'll surely let you know. I'm getting oil. See, it's got it right here. So we have a functioning bar and chain system. I'm excited for this, everybody. I will provide links to this. Let me know your thoughts. Is this a real upgrade for me? I think it might be. Considering I haven't even run this bar in the wood yet, bars are always, the bar rails are always a little bit more rough. This thing really moves about very, very, very freely. I'm looking forward to running this new Oregon VersaCut bar. Guys, I appreciate you watching this video. And this is Joe on the Okie Woodsman channel. See you on the next one.